U.S. election will impact investment and moves by U.S. firms from China to Thailand, says new envoy. Michael December appeared to express regret that Thailand has not been willing to upgrade its labor laws to strengthen the bargaining power of workers and other progressive changes to bring the kingdom's workplace environment up to world standards and so prevent the loss of benefits under the GSP system, which, it is thought, will cost Thai exporting firms $1.3 billion a year from April 25 next. The new U.S. ambassador has expressed regret that Thailand has not been willing to compromise on American demands that it improve its labor laws applying to workers in the kingdom to prevent the loss of trade benefits under the GSP tariff system, which will take effect at the end of April. The new U.S. envoy also highlighted the November election in the United States as critical to U.S. investment decisions on Thailand. The new U.S. ambassador to Thailand, Michael G. December, has highlighted the significance of the November election stateside for American firms considering investments in Thailand. Michael December was appointed by U.S. President Donald Trump in July 2019 and confirmed by the U.S. Senate on January 8. A lawyer with extensive experience working with American firms in the Asia-Pacific region through international U.S. law firm Sullivan & Cromwell, Mr. December previously held the key role as head of mergers and acquisitions in Asia with that firm. He is a family man with 4 children and was educated at Stanford University studying economics and business in East Asia while later obtaining a PhD in legal jurisprudence from Harvard. Key decisions to move production out of China on hold until after November's U.S. elections. Speaking to reporters on Wednesday, he highlighted that many U.S. firms will be holding off on decisions to move production facilities out of China and into Southeast Asian countries depending on the result of the U.S. election in November, where it now looks like President Trump will be squaring up against former Obama Vice President, Joe Biden. Ambassador December did indicate that many U.S. firms are interested in investing in Thailand, including the Eastern Economic Corridor and other areas under the 1966 Amity Treaty. Ambassador highlighted the suspension of duty-free GSP concessions to Thailand from April 25. Mr. December highlighted the fact that on April 25, Thailand will lose its preferential status under the U.S. General System of Preferences tariff regime. The U.S. ambassador pointed out that Thailand will still benefit from the system to the tune of $3.4 billion under adjusted GSP rates, although the loss resulting by the removal of the tariff protections is estimated to be $1.3 billion. This is expected to have a considerable bearing on already struggling Thai exporters, although there are conflicting opinions on the issue. At the U.S.-ASEAN Summit, in November last, U.S. Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross played down the impact while the chairman of Thailand's Bangkok Bank, Dejatulananda, warned that the effects could be considerable for some Thai firms reliant on the U.S. market. One Thai government agency, just after the shock announcement, played down the impact, suggesting it would be negligible at only 0.01% of exports. Thailand has resisted pressure to update its labor laws, according to U.S. Ambassador December this week. Thailand has resisted U.S. pressure to change its labor laws, which many in Washington see as subpar. December said the willingness by Thai authorities to amend the law relating to labor issues such as the bargaining power of workers and assembly rights were fundamental to U.S. demands. This, he pointed out, was the basis for the decision by the United States late last year to remove Thailand's preferential status under the General System of Preferences or GSP system. Last year, at the ASEAN Summit, the Thai Prime Minister indicated that the Thai government and public had to respect U.S. laws and decisions of the U.S. Congress. However, he did indicate that Thailand would have difficulty changing its laws at the behest of another country. The labor issues are tied with our legal system, and we cannot change the law whenever we like based on other countries' opinions. This is a complicated issue that requires compromise and balance between domestic administration and maintaining international relationships, General Pratt told reporters even as he prepared to engage with the U.S. Commerce Secretary. This impasse was acknowledged by the U.S. ambassador on Wednesday when he said, "So, at this stage, there really is no opportunity to prevent the loss of the preferences. It is important to note, however, that even after the loss of that 1/3, Thailand will still be the largest beneficiary of the GSP at over $3.4 billion. So, it has to be kept in perspective. Withdrawal of GSP privileges linked to the ban. At the time, many considered the move a response to Thailand's decision to go ahead with a pesticide ban of mainly U.S. products that senior U.S. officials had asked the Thai government to postpone. Subsequently, Thailand shelved or postponed the ban in circumstances which are still controversial. Optimistic about a Phase 2 trade deal with China. Mr. December was more optimistic about the future U.S.-China trade negotiations, noting that Phase 1 had been completed successfully. He said that he was looking forward to Phase 2. Standoffish position on students' protests. When questioned about the recent student protests in Thailand, the ambassador adopted a more standoffish position and expressed a view that the United States respected Thailand's sovereignty and its approach to democracy. He described democracy as a messy issue. The United States, along with the European Union and Canada, did make a statement on last month's dissolution of the Future Forward Party. The U.S. struck a more moderate tone, focusing on its concern for the rights of representation for over 6 million voters who voted for the party in the general election of March 2019. It said it feared that they may be left disenfranchised. Even this drew stinging criticism from ultra-conservative Thai activists who are very sensitive to comments and interference from external powers, in particular, the United States. Some government figures also rebuked the U.S. for its statement. Trump and his policies still the biggest factor not only in U.S.-Thai relations but the world economic picture. Being a diplomat, the ambassador is constrained from venturing into politics, particularly domestic politics at home in the U.S. The truth, of course, is that Thailand very much will be influenced by the outcome of the U.S. election, just as Thailand's economy was devastated last year by the U.S.-China trade war, which was the direct result of a new bilateral trade policy pushed by the current U.S. president. This likely to strengthen or at least be more deeply embedded if he is re-elected in November. Further reading. PM readies his team to tackle the U.S. withdrawal of Thailand's preferred partner status. Thailand faces a new world economy driven by Trump's economic agenda, not a global one in a new world order. UN Secretary General warns of a fractured world at the ASEAN summit over U.S.-China split. Shock removal of U.S. duty-free status on Thai exports may be linked to the pesticide ban, Trumpian diplomacy.